and Dortmund played a 7-goal thriller. Dortmund winning goals to 3. Inter Milan came from down to beat Urawa, Red Diamond 2-1. Fluminense 4, ulsan HD2. That means they won that game 4-2. River Plate and Monterrey played the 0-0. Juventus trashed their opponent Casablanca 4-1. Real Madrid yesterday night beat Pachuca record in the 7th minute of that game, but they showed the difference in that game and won that game 3-1. Salzburg and Al Ahly played 0-0, and Manchester City trashed their opponent in 6-0. Okay, let's start with the Dortmund game, because it was a 7-goal thriller. At some point, Dortmund was leading 4-1. Actually, Sundowns scored first.
Sundowns scored.
And
Dortmund came rioting. Wonderful performance from the striker.
They scored 4 before they started fighting back.
But this is to tell you that now a touch of miracle now happen for Dortmund like that day. No, let's be honest now, because look at the way
they were miracle. How
they were outplayed. It's not about winning. God, if you know what I'm talking about. It's not about winning. It's about performance. Who won the game first? Now I talk touch of miracle now.
Oh, wow.
You get, because first goal, mamelodi Sundowns. After that, I think they went quiet a bit. Dortmund came with the decision, scoring 3 goals in the first half. I think 3 goals with Jude Bellingham's brother, Joby. Joby scoring to complete the first half round of goals.
He got the man of the match on that.
Now, to complete the first round or the round of goals for the first half, Joby scored, and it was 3-1 at the time. Second half came in and it was 4-1. We felt like, okay, fine. But at the time, you see that Mamelodi Sundowns did not let down. They were still trying to create something. They were still trying to press. They were still trying to attack. They were not sitting deep and saying, oh, we are the small teams. Let's conserve and let's know if we hit on the break. They were balling. You know, I said the same thing about Chelsea. When you meet your boss, not about the club, what's it called now, the club world, but in terms of ball playing superiority. That night, we saw a different Sundowns.
Truthfully, they had more position.
They play ball full time.
Not be by possession. Not be by.
I don't know why judging football is changed. If team lose, they play ball. You thought not be by possession. If team win and they don't play, you go to say. If team win, you go to say by miracle. Now Dortmund win without playing. And they're saying by miracle, saying no, be by.
For them to at least go 50-50.
Baba, please, let's not come here and wax lyrical about Mamelodi Sundowns, man. This is an average Mamelodi Sundowns performance.
Playing against a Dortmund that is good, and they bought Dortmund.
Forget, they're not bought Dortmund, Baba. This is a stellar Mamelodi Sundowns performance. It's nothing more than that. Playing Dortmund. They haven't played an opponent of this caliber, but you can't tell me they haven't been bossing the South African League and they haven't been bossing it in the AFCONs. You're in the Champions League, African Champions League. You can't tell me they haven't been bossing it. So you don't consign me. You don't consign me, man.
When was the last time they got to the finals?
On the night they had a very good performance. QED, let's not come in here and wax lyrical.
Then I'm saying Dortmund if
they were so phenomenal, why did they concede as much as 4? Even after scoring the opening goal. Yes, let's go there. Even after scoring the opening goal, you conceded 4 and you fought your way into a narrow loss. QAD.
Godwin, we've said it before, I'll say it again and I'll say it again. If you ball, win. It's total dominance. Abi? If you know ball, win. Opposition team had ball possession than you. Is a narrow escape. Then when you score multiple goals while defending, it's packing the box without playing anything. Now in this game, for the case of Borussia Dortmund, they hit on the break. They scored their goals. Good for Borussia Dortmund, hitting on the break, scoring their goals, playing a couple of front foot football. Right, Mamelodi Sundowns at some point are kind of playing the African kind of football, hold on to possession for long without creating something out of it. But when they went forward, you could see the intent. It's go and score goals. Dortmund's goalkeeper was top notch on the night. Defense was okay there or thereabout.
After conceding 4.
See, if there was
holding on to the ball for 50. Over 50% of ball without producing anything.
In the first game, we said, give this man time. I'll be waiting my name. Is that because look at how he played against Real Madrid, and they played a draw. Now this is if team ball, clap for them to the ball.
But they're not ball nothing.
If team ball, because at some point Flamingos were balling against Chelsea and they were losing 1-0.
If not for
the spirit of football that is in them that allowed them to do a comeback against Chelsea. Chelsea would have lost that match, and we'll come here and say the same thing about the game. But people ball. If you ball, I will clap for you.
The thing about that is why I'm interested in this because they are South African brothers going head to head to Borussia Dortmund and actually at some point are playing them. I think it's a good thing for them, but even though they lost that game, but it's a good thing for African football if they keep doing well matching European competition. Look at South America, they are doing well against their European counterparts. So if we are improving as an African nation, I think it's a good thing for Sundowns for them to actually say that they are playing.
At least you go see this and you go say, okay, now yes, step ahead. Step ahead. Then on to the next one. Improve on it.
Yeah.
No, we try. We want victory.
That's where I'm coming from. So
we just need to, Sundowns. I will just say we just need to work on the defense. The offense was okay. The midfield was top notch.
If the offense was okay, why didn't you score more goals?
I said
than the
we
other
just
guys
need to work on the defense. The offense was okay because anytime they go on the offensive, they get a goal. We understand that Dortmund might have a superior defense than they do in this game. So, but we just need to work on the defense so we don't concede much in the next round of games.
Okay, let's see how they are going to do in this. I think they are obviously out of this competition. They lost the first game, and they lost 2 games now. So let's see what happens with them. The other games that happened in the Football Cup, Inter coming from behind to beat their opponent 2-1. Inter struggle, but obviously they are better than the team. But they consider first. Kivu is their new coach now, so he's still trying to, even though he's playing the same formation that Zagi played, but they're still trying to. I think he's trying to be.
I think it's too early for him to come in and change everything once he wants to.
You just have to start where they stopped and continue pushing from there. Okay, but interesting game of football. They're 2-1. They won that game against Urawa Red Diamond.
They almost gave me a heart attack. How would they be losing to Urawa?
Okay.
Urawa.
Let's jump over to Juventus. Juventus beat Casablanca. I like that name whenever they play. Casablanca, Casa. So, but it was a 4-goal one, and Juventus are in the next round of competition. Good game for Juventus in doing that game.
Good game for them. You look at the guys who started for them. You look at the way they were able to hold the match and progress and win it outrightly. You have to say that they are doing well for themselves. They do not have as many star players like Inter Milan have, but they are doing good for themselves. Kolo Muani with an assist. You have an early own goal in this encounter to give them that first goal. Yildiz, Cambiaso, and a for Yildiz, and then Vlahovic finalizing with the penalty. It was a good win for them, but they conceded in this encounter a game where they shouldn't be conceding.
Okay, let's see what happened with Juventus.
That Yildiz second goal. Now assists made in heaven, well packaged, wrapped as in a gift from the gods again. Kolomwani, he didn't get a goal, though. But see that I told somebody when I was in that game that assist was the goal. Because there are some players you give that pass, and we said debating that there are some players you give the pass to, and their first touch defender already collect them. We know, but that pass alone, as in well witted, perfect timing. As in, it calculates the seconds to the split second of perfection. Drop the pass in between those 2 defenders, and the first touch from Udris, it was over. As in, that goal was the moment of the penalty. I would debate the penalty though. I would debate that penalty because it was ready. Ball was already going out.
Okay.
So I'll debate it at any time.
So that game, and then 4-1. Let's talk about Real Madrid. 4-1.
4-1.
Let's talk about Real Madrid. Real Madrid won that game 3-1. Interesting game, 7 minutes. Asencio in the second game in a row made a mistake again. He got a red card in the 7th minute of that game. He pulled back a striker when he was true on goal. You see this straight red card.
True on goal, though.
Baba was true on goal.
It wasn't true on goal, though.
It was true on goal.
Whether you are true on goal, how it works that if you're a last man, once you foul a player, whether it's in front or back, after you touch, you didn't have to touch him. And this is the second
they call it goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah, he pulled a player in the first game to concede a penalty. Now he pulled another player, even though that the guy fell. The guy is huge. I didn't know why he fell like that, but he fell.
That they tell you now against Rodon. Why would they go to Aguna? You don't even go post against Rodon. Newcastle legend.
How many players have soldiered on with contact and later missed the opportunity?
They still miss the free kick.
They regretted it.
The problem with sometimes if somebody touches you and you want to go on, if you miss, the referee will not give anything. Sometimes, for example, in a penalty, if somebody tackles you and you stay on your feet and you shoot and miss, Even if you complain from here to Jerusalem, they will not give you that penalty, even though it was a clear tackle on you.
Yes.
They get 30 seconds rule now.
And
10
if you
seconds
stay
rule.
on your feet, no matter what you do,
Referee
they
will count the time. If you lose it before the
they will
first
not give
5
a penalty.
seconds.
So everybody feels the contact, they hit the floor. So he hits the floor, and Asencio was given a red card. But
there was no contact, anything. There was no. See, me, I was
That one you go
it's a
explain
foul.
tire.
What are you
It's
saying?
a
Saw-
explain
if
tire.
you know,
What
wait,
foul are you talking about?
there was a game we were talking about, and we said the ball. Why the referee did not give the red card was the ball was not going towards the goal. It was going somehow. The referee now decides to.
Everybody said that that's supposed to be a red card. That if it doesn't mean it's not a red card. That's the point. That Haaland foul or handball outside, it's a red card. But the referee, for whatever reason, because yesterday
It's a red card. Everybody knows.
I was having a discussion with someone yesterday when I went out, and he was saying something that actually caught my attention. Sometimes betting, most times you don't know what kind of thing goes in the background, because somebody can bet against the referee not giving a red card, and the referee will decide, okay, I will not give a red card in this game no matter what happens, and anything you say, he will not give a red card. So if you don't even know what goes on at the background, what they do, if they probably somebody is, I'm not saying that first there are corruption everywhere. Let's be frank. There is corruption in the Premier League. There is corruption in FIFA. There are corruption everywhere. So you don't know which is which. Sometimes you can see a clear handball. That Haaland incident in the FA Cup, and everybody could see
This
Thank
one,
you.
hold on.
a red
If they
card.
leave am one-on-one, make them run. Road or no run pass.
It doesn't
Asencio.
matter.
You know mean?
Now the
No.
contact was minimal.
Was there contact? Yes or no?
To the barest minimal.
Also, if you like use measuring cup,
If
measure
you
the
can
contact.
catch him, then why are you pulling him?
Thank
He didn't
you.
pull him.
He didn't pull him.
You know, say we did like this. As they
Waiting
turn,
that hand, they
as they turn,
waiting that hand.
I
wey
just
dey
go
there,
front.
they do.
He pulled his jersey. No matter how you
Simple.
pull it, and he hit the floor.
actually, it was his arm he pulled, not the jersey.
Anything
because
he put
his
something,
arm.
Abi.
But it was minimal.
But
You-
he was
you
He
put
went down
something,
to
yes
he went
or
down
no,
too
also?
easily.
Thank
Okay,
you.
he not collect red card now. They don't beat
Moving
na
on,
3-1.
moving on.
yes, after the red card, they
Jude
went
Bellingham,
on- they went on to-
Bellingham score for Dortmund. Bellingham score
They
for
went on to
Madrid.
win that game 3 goals. So I think it's a fantastic game. First win for Alonso. I think he's building well. Let's see what it's going to be. But in this game,
No,
fantastic game for them.
I think the setup he used last night was just one of those moments you say, wow, this man has eye, because he's still going on with the Gonzalo. Is it Goncalo Garcia up front? Garcia up front. He started this guy in midfield alongside the rest of them, and Agula. You get Vinicius and the other guy up front, and Agula dropped mostly deep into the midfield, and you saw that midfield pairing with him and Valverde and Jude Bellingham. You could say, okay, fine, this is another midfield that could go forward and do something for Real Madrid, that could go forward and create magic for Real Madrid in the coming season, or perhaps in the coming future, because maybe next season Barca might still be running hot. Barca might be still probability. Maybe a team can still come from behind and win the league. We don't know. But in the next season,
I
we're looking
like
at
how you like impossibilities. It's fine.
our God is the God of impossibilities.
Okay, now.
But
you go
look
explain
at how Real
that.
Madrid played last night. Even when he made the subs, I could say it again, it's a competition. You want to test every player, you want to give every player the opportunity to play. And when he made the subs and he brought in Dani Ceballos and Brahim Diaz with that pass again to get the goal for Valverde, that assist, but wonderful chip pass. You could say this is a Real Madrid team that you know that anyhow you want to see it. Me, I'm still seeing as Alonso's style of play in the team. Anyhow I want to see it, midfielders running to get the goals, forming a back three defense line. Even after the red card, you could see they still form that back three defense line without this guy going forward. I could see. I'm just saying. I could see it anyway. Offensively, they are playing the style. Defensively, they are playing the style. When they are playing balanced football, they are still playing that same style. Three at the back. Anytime you look at the Madrid back line, see whether we agree or we didn't agree, whether the formation on paper is this, the style of play is this. Anyhow you want to see it. But this is Alonso's style of play, and I think he has implemented
Baba,
it in his
we've
short
not
term.
seen any implementation
In
of
Real
Alonso
Madrid.
style in that team, man.
You've not seen it.
Till pre-season, man.
No worry.
QED.
Don't worry.
I think
I will give you this chart. You will see how well.
I think because they got a red card, he had to readjust his team.
Obviously.
Readjust his team, even though Thomas went back, But obviously, you can see there is light and day between those two teams. Getting a red card, I didn't even see any different getting a red card. They were still pushing and they were still scoring goals. I think because Real Madrid are obviously bigger than Pachuca. So it was an interesting game. But that game ended 3-1. First win for Alonso. Good win for him too. But let's see what is going to happen with him because Barcelona are building something in his
unstoppable.
Yeah, so when he comes back, he has a whole lot of fight to win the rest of the La Liga back next season. But at least it's good. This tournament is good for him, so he could learn. He could see his faults
where the team needs
strengthening and now so that once the tournament finishes, the window opens, they can strengthen if they need strengthening.
It tells you that even goalkeeper he's got it unlocked. Courtois
will going to sign a new contract with Real Madrid. He's going to stay at Real Madrid.
He's got it
going to
unlocked.
extend his contract with Real Madrid. Rudiger is back from injury. Rudiger was introduced in that game, even though there is a controversy in the end of that game when he complained that he got a racist chant towards him. But FIFA is investigating that particular statement from Rudiger. But let's see what will happen because there is no room for racism in football.
I also want an inquest in that finals.
Okay, let's see what happens with all those things. Okay. Let's talk about the last game that happened early in the morning. Man City beating our 6 goals to 0. Fantastic game of football for Pep Guardiola. They are in the next round of the competition. Gundogan scored 2. Chevere scored a lovely free kick to make it 3-0. Haaland got a penalty to make it 4 in the second half. Oscar Board and Cheki made it 6 for Manchester City.
If you saw the first goal from Gundogan, you will not just say Gundogan scored 2. Gundogan scored an impossible chip from just the edge of the box.
Now they see them.
And
I cannot call him of location now. John, no worry, I'll carry you go location.
Baba, if he easy,
make it no be aside the height.
go where that jersey.
I go carry you go.
If he easy, go where the jersey.
I'll carry you go Kwadangwa SC.
See go now.
I'll carry you go.
Chip the man destiny, chip his family members, chip all the goalkeepers, all the defenders, chip everybody. Even the 2 City players will follow the ball in case he miss. Both of them scored inside net. Nobody touched them. Fantastic first goal. And then you talk about the free kick from the newest signing in the club, talking about Echevere, fantastic free kick goal for that one. Goalkeeper then pin the goalkeeper for one place. Then pin goalkeeper for one place.
Again, I've been with Juventus, don't know sabi play ball. Juventus beat them 5.
Then pin and we did one better, which is even fantastic. Yes.
See, wait, currently, I bet make we rate teams now. Make we rate teams.
That free kick,
and
the goalkeeper was
who is the bigger team currently?
You know when press who's supposed
see, you know, as it starts now, if Man City sub enter Juventus team, they go bench the whole Juventus starting 11.
Oh wow.
Currently.
I like that you are rating us,
no, I get sometimes.
Top notch in Europe, right?
No, because according to how it is now, Juventus first team. Now only maybe Locatelli. If you start for Man City currently, this Man City team will play.
Locatelli, if you start anything.
I said now only a maybe. Fit start.
Locatelli na reserve go dey first, no dey reason in case.
Then na only Amo. I talked to only Amo. The Man City second team go bench the own Juventus first team when they start yesterday. And Juventus with it 5. We get to this show and acted like it's nothing. Normal. Okay. Let's go on to the next one.
And we did one better.
And you were saying that your first team fit bench.
And we did one better.
You're supposed to like 10.
Because if this game ended 3-0, now still you go call your contact say that 3-0 now lost because we no score 6.
See why that Casablanca where they play 2 against.
You know concern me.
2-0. Juventus beat them waiting no good. Okay. With one eye blind. Fold. They still beat them well. And now you win Juventus no good, beat them 5. You are coming here to make noise. Why?
Why are not go happy? Okay. Why?
Good game for Man City.
Look at
wonderful
the
respect.
new
Talk about the first game. We talk about the first game.
Well.
If Man City no beats these people, at least 3, they lost. Man City now went up to disgrace all of us and won 2 goals against Wydad Casablanca.
It concerns you. Just where they
Juventus now went to Casablanca and did them 4. Now this one now, on to Man City, next one 6. Good game.
That game
let's start for them, but don't come and be hyping Man City.
Baba, if you didn't see the game, if you didn't see the game, it's permissible, but don't come and talk down on those goals, man.
It's 6. It's a smart team.
It not consign me. So, if he easy, go do him.
That game ended 6 goals to 0 for Man City. They are going to play Juventus in the final game.
They will not
Of
test them.
the final game of, even though both team has qualified for the next round of competition. Before we talk about today's fixtures, let's go to our YouTube. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sport. And okay, Chooks, welcome to the show again. They're still waiting for any Saudi club to prove me wrong. They said they are better. Okay, they said it's better than the farm league. Okay, they say that they are better than the farm league. That's when Ronaldo made that statement that they are better than the Ligue 1. So okay, but let's see if they are going to prove us strong in this competition. Kenzie, welcome to the show. Say good morning, guys, in the studio. Congratulations to Manchester City for trashing their opponent, but their last Juventus. Okay, last game Juventus will be tough, though they have nothing to lose. I wish my club Chelsea the very best on Wednesday. On their last group game. It's a must win for us, or at least a draw to qualify from the group stage. Yes, just one draw in that game against, I think, Esperance. Esperance of Tunisia. They will qualify for the next round. Okay, Drake Media, welcome to the show. He said, I'm just excited for Bellingham family. Two brothers doing so well. Yes, both brothers scored.
Football business.
Yeah, both brothers scored in the weekend. Amazing game from Real Madrid. Played well with Rudiger back. Mbappe to return. Good team, good bench. Okay, let's see what happens with Real Madrid. Okay, Paul Rogers, welcome to the show. Say amazing game from Real Madrid. Look at their opponent. He's laughing. Yes, their opponent are just a small boy somewhere.
Nah, they see them. I don't really see them.
Mohammed,
Shebi, you were just the one talking about Al Ain against City.
That's nothing be Al Ain.
Oh wow.
Mohammed, welcome to the show. He said, John, I hope they bring it into the Premier League because I don't think they will do that in the Premier League. He's talking about Man
Let the Premier League wait. We are coming.
6 goes to 0. Finally, and Obi said, no, so what's your argument? So 5-0 is better than 6-0.
Help me ask Kamu.
No, so carry West Ham, come Club World Cup first. Once we stand, we will still beat you this season 6 goals to 0. Okay. Let's not go into that. Season is starting in August.
You get the eye where I look at him, you understand. Me and you, we understand. We'll meet. No worry. August, no fire again. It's not next week. August is next week.
Okay, talking about today's fixtures, we are entering the final round of games. So all the games in group stage will happen the same time. That's how it's going to happen in the final game. So because some of the teams need to win or draw, so it's making it interesting. So all the games will happen the same time in each group. For this group, Sundowns will play PSG in the final game by 8 p.m. Atletico will play Batafo by 8 p.m. Both games will happen 8 p.m. sharp today. So in that group, it's going to be interesting in that group because both teams one team have 6 points, Batafo have 6 points, PSG and Atletico have 3 points. So they need, if they win Atletico and
Batafo go win their first match.
Yes, they will be their 2 games actually.
Come beat PSG.
Yes.
1-0.
So if they win, for example, their group, if you look at their group, Batafo has 6 points, PSG has 3 points, Atletico Madrid have 3 points. Like Sundowns have only 0 points. But if PSG and let's go wins their game, all of them have 6 points.
It will not be good difference.
They have the goal difference in that group. So we'll see what happens by 2 a.m. in the morning. A game that at 2 a.m. in the morning, I will call it tomorrow morning. Inter Milan will play Palmeiras by 2 a.m. and Porto will play Al Ahly of Egypt in the other game of football. That's Group A. So let's see what happens in this final game.
It's still open.
In Group,
that group is still open. Yes. And nobody has qualified.
Yes, they just need a point.
Because if Palmeiras lose,
if Palmeiras and Inter Miami just get 1 plus, then if they draw that game, both of them will go to the next round of football. So they need to find a way to manage their game. Okay, let's see what happens in today's game. If you look at the groups I'll give you the groups after the final games, who qualify and who did not qualify. But that's all for club football. Let's hope it will give us hope it will give us more games today. Okay, back to our YouTube channel. And a miracle, we say Man City for life. Okay, Man City supporting Man. And for Rogers is saying Liverpool gonna cook the Premier League again next season.
It no go work. Okay. Rogers.
Okay, let's see what happens with Liverpool. Okay, let's talk about transfers a little bit before we start taking phone calls about all the games that will happen today. Let's take before we take phone calls. Let's talk about transfers because transfers are very, very important. Let's talk about Liverpool because Liverpool is going to sell. They want Kwanzaa to buy Leverkusen Bayer Leverkusen, probably this week they are looking for a defender. We said it last week, but it's getting
Hag.
late.
They have just cast that boy since
It's getting weight now. The transfer is getting weight that the Crystal
Costa is
Palace,
leaving, I
yeah,
think.
Crystal Palace captain will move to Liverpool.
Liverpool.
So what do you make of that? Because if he goes there, he has Konate and Van Dijk to wrestle with.
Van Dijk's already on his way out. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
he has 2 years contract.
He has a 2-year contract, so
guy
he's
is
not on his
27
way
years.
out.
Kunate as well is not always fit.
Konate
yes,
will
he's
drop
always
for
fit.
Gay.
So, yeah, you're not sure who is going to drop. That's
Konate
Gay-
is dropping for
I
Gay.
think they actually
Straight
need,
up.
truthfully, they actually need another world-class defender.
Obviously, I was
Because,
even chanting for
Yeah,
that
they need
this
to work
summer.
out because Van Dijk have been playing without injuries. We don't know what will happen with him this season. And Konate
That's
is always
what-
up
yes.
and on. So you
But
need another
then,
world-class
look
defender.
at another issue now. Konate is on the final year of his contract too. They need to tie him down. Otherwise, this guy coming in could be a signal for him to leave too. So they need to tie his contract down.
But what do you make of it?
Konate Gay after Van Dijk's retirement would be a fantastic player.
Abi,
Yeah.
it will make sense.
Yeah.
And that boy the ball final game.
Sense like that, it makes sense.
But it
He
don't
not
make
gonna
sense
do
now.
anything.
Why? Why won't
Oh,
you do
wow.
anything?
That defensive pairing will be like Bailey and Lindelof.
Why?
Oh,
Why?
wow.
What do you
They'll
make?
Why are you
concede.
wishing them bad?
I'm not wishing them bad. I'm just
Yeah,
saying the way
wishing
it
them
is.
bad because both of them are fantastic players.
In their own right, yes. But when you bring them together, it doesn't make magic.
How do you know?
How do you know?
Yeah, they have not even played together. How do you know?
Hey,
they're
thank
not
you.
playing?
No. Not be coach I be. We know. We the scout.
You lost that right when you predicted this guy and he didn't
Who?
play out. You
Which
lost
guy?
that. You lost that right when you predicted.
Which guy?
That's why I don't bring your leg come outside.
And the
Let's
support
go.
team based on the support team. Sometimes sentiments they enter.
Mm.
But when you look at player performance, you see the positioning of each player. Gay is one of these players that will drive into midfield.
Mm-hmm.
You get same way as Van Dijk. He want to drive into midfield to control the midfield, and he want to take charge. He doesn't wait for covers. We say Van Dijk can cover up defender sometimes. They call him cover up defender, which means other people go and do the work while he just sits and sets the trap. Gay is not a person that will set the trap for you. He goes into the challenge himself. The same thing with Konate. So you can't have two reckless challengers as a defensive pairing. You get the point now.
Manchester United had it.
When? Who and who?
Man, you had it.
Who and who?
Go back and look at
Who and who? One person is always calm, reserved. The other person is
Papa,
always reckless.
Man, you had
If you
both
say-
of
if you
them
say-
straight up.
If you say
All
Rio
these things.
and Vidic,
All
Vidic
these
they dive into reckless
All
challenge.
these
Ready?
things- see,
Go stay.
all these things are
Arsenal the
coaching
same thing. Saliba will.
See,
Gabriel will
all
stay.
these things are coaching things.
Thank you.
You can always tell one to drop and wait. For example, for Arsenal, because of why they tell Saliba to wait, because Saliba is fast. So even when Gabriel moves forward, Saliba can recover faster.
Yes.
So it's depending on how your team dynamic. You can tell one to wait, one to
That's
go
what I'm
forward.
telling
So
you now. These
you
two
can-
have the same similar.
You cannot.
They are similar in
can-
ball playing
The
abilities.
point I'm trying to
So you
make is
cannot
that
coach them to play different type of
Gay
football.
can take one of them
so
to still
now
wait.
they are uncoachable.
It's not
right?
possible.
They are not uncoachable, man. They are playing for the
As far
biggest
as
teams
you are
in
a
the
work,
Premier
as
League.
far as you are a good player, you
Simple.
can adapt. Some players even play, for example, in attack and play left wing, right wing, because they are good. You are good.
Of course.
If Gay is good, why can't he just adjust a little bit of his game just to adapt to it? You are a defender. Should he be going forward?
Yes. Yes.
Now, so
Okay.
Join the team.
now Wadangwa,
It's a
you
team
go
football.
remain Wadangwa.
But let's see what happens. That happen with if Gay will come. He has to come because if Kwanzaa leaves, they have only Joe Gomez as only a substitute player there.
can never count
and that
on
guy,
Joe
yes,
Gomez.
he's always injured too. So he needs
Never,
to,
ever.
Yes, he's a big part player. So they need another world class for them to challenge. They need another world class defender. I think Gay is a right fit for them. Okay, let's move on to our YouTube channel before we talk about other transfer because Pogba is in the news again.
Mm-hmm.
But Rogers is saying Gay in for Kwanzaa. Okay, Kwanzaa is going to leave for Bayer Leverkusen and Gay will come. Okay, he's talking about that.
Tuesday.
In July 1, Liverpool will make a move for Isak. Yeah, Isak, they are looking for Osimhen, Isak, and it's going to be interesting if Liverpool goes for Isak and gets it. Almost game over, shut down everywhere.
But let's ask one question. Why aren't Arsenal who need a 9 looking for
Liverpool
Isak?
needs a 9 too. Liverpool needs a night and they want Isak. They want to
Shut
be
up.
So you have just relegated Arsenal to perennial second.
No, wait now.
No, now.
No,
As
no.
second night, they go to third.
For example, remember, buying all these things doesn't guarantee that you're going to win the league.
It's a better guarantee than buying your current because this guy is already
I'll give you an example.
adapted to the
now.
Premier League.
Wait now. Real Madrid bought Mbappe. In quote should be the attack should be more ginger than last year, and they lost the league.
He's a winger, now it's not a 9.
Just that's
They
what
lost the defense as well.
I'm saying that, for example, that Liverpool doesn't mean that Arsenal or Man City cannot win the league. Man City have a world-class striker in their team. They can still win the league.
Granted,
Arsenal
I'm just
can
saying,
buy Eucharist or Sesko and they can hit the ground running and they can win the league.
Well,
everything is possible in football. This is like that can go to Liverpool and get injured after 5
is
games.
this hopium now that is giving Arsenal hope for
Godwin.
next season? You are the one giving in the addition, and as
We've
far as
seen
I'm
teams that have
concerned,
gone
they
on
haven't put their
to
best
make the
foot forward.
greatest signings in football and finish outside the top 4. We saw last summer some teams that signed one of the best coaches in the league and brought in some other couple of players and so on. And when they finished, they were playing unbeaten outside top 8. Let's be honest. They were playing unbeaten outside top 8
Also, it's
until
fine.
they changed the manager. He started losing matches and started winning a couple of matches and he won more matches and now they finished in the top 4.
Call the team first of visiting our listeners.
You know them,
Don't mind,
you know
don't
them
mind
unbeaten
also.
after game week 20 and still in 9th position. Juventus, you know them. I'm not supposed to call Juventus. Okay, I don't call them now. Juventus. Now the same thing can happen to us now. You can go on. See, having a striker does not necessarily mean you have more goals. Before Haaland came to Man City,
Baba, it
look at the
means you
chances
have more
created.
goals, man. Let's not
Yes,
even
sir.
go there.
Man City was scoring goals.
Let's
Man
not
City
even
was
go
scoring
there.
And
multiple
and
goals.
winning the league, even
They were
without
winning
a
the league.
striker.
Haaland, before Haaland came in, KDB had at least 20 goals and assists. Foden, the same thing. Gundogan, the same thing.
And
Anybody around that
and
side.
Samuel John is
But
coming
when
from-
Haaland
Look
came,
at Arnold say he's
and
sharing
that-
20 goals and assists
No,
for every
and that
player.
was-
he
and
uses.
assists, I mean goals involvement. I'm not saying each person has 20
Oh
goals
wow!
and 20
Look
assists.
at Arnold say
You
he's
get-
sharing.
But as Haaland come, for the number drop,
See,
Kevin number drop, other people number drop.
Isak.
Who remain? Now Haaland.
yes,
Nobody-
Isak is Premier League proven. Everybody understands that.
Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
But that's not guarantee that you go to Liverpool and still score 25 goals.
bro.
It doesn't
Like,
matter that
okay.
you come to Arsenal, still score 25
And that's
goals.
the thing. You can go to us and not still score 25
He-
goals still.
He
Okay,
dey
it's better, the Arsenal
This
is
is the
younger.
first time.
Since
Remember,
Arsenal want to be
this is the
crossing the
first
ball.
time. This is the first time
Mm.
Isak has scored more than
20
20
goals.
goals in his whole career. This is the first time.
21, Abi.
Oh wow!
This is the first time, and this is the first time. This is not the first time. Your correct has scored more than 20 goals
So
this season, more than 3
in
times. What are you
other
saying?
in other words, no, but Premier League will still happen to your correct. He will still have his 9 weeks to adjust before picking.
What
That's
of-
the bottom line.
What if he picks? Why if he comes in and picks
Ebelebe, how many
can
players
run?
have come from Portuguese league that are strikers and pick in the first week?
Okay, but let's see if Isak Liverpool is going to move for Isak, but let's see if that deal will matter. Because truthfully, Nunes is going to leave the club. Napoli is looking for him. If he leaves, that means they need a striker because Jota cannot play a whole season. Jota is always injured and he cannot even score you 15 goals.
Darwin Nunes.
So Nunes, if Nunes leaves, that
And
means
again,
Isak
Isak can
will
play
come.
from the flank.
Isak
So
will
in
not
case
play
it's
from Isak will not play from the flank.
Why?
That one
At
first.
all.
Why?
Leave that one. Let's
He
not
will
leave.
not play from the
Sometimes
flanks.
there's an argument we can bring.
no, I'm not saying you can
They
make him
have
play fleet
They have
formation.
Salah there.
Mhm.
They have Jota that can play
Thank
there.
you.
They have Diaz that can play there.
Thank
They
you.
bought Florian that can play there. There is no way they will
When I
buy.
say play from
Just
the flank,
like
I'm not saying
telling me
you
now
start
that
from
Liverpool will make the same mistake of signing a Mbappe when you have a
So
Vinicius.
if
What are we saying now?
Isak comes to Liverpool,
Mm.
that number 9 position is guaranteed.
Thank
for
you.
him. But let's see if that deal will go through. But let's see. Okay, back to our YouTube channel before we talk about Pogba. Our YouTube channel is bossing. Everybody is dropping comments.
Paul Rogers.
Isak. Okay, Paul Rogers is also saying, okay, Drake Media said Konate is going to Real Madrid. He will run down his contract and move. Okay, Gay, if Gay moves to Madrid, Konate will be benched. Okay, Paul Rogers is saying Konate going nowhere. New contract signed soon. Okay, let's see. Remember,
Definitely.
Paul is he is a Liverpool fan.
Eh?
Okay, he's also saying Arsenal can't afford Isak. They will end up with Watkins. Come on. Well, for you to price Isak, you have to have about 150 million euros.
Bro, I said it in January. Pay the 150, get Isak, win the Premier League.
And number 2, remember, Newcastle will not sell. You have to pay above 150 for Liverpool to sell. So Newcastle to sell that guy to you. Do you know they are playing Champions League football?
Baba, they will not sell. They will not sell. You don't put bids.
You don't put bids. Okay, let's wait until Liverpool make a bid. Let's see if what Newcastle
put bids.
Newcastle will say when they make a bid for them.
Like for Isak, just finalize with him and his team. Then you will now come to the mountain of putting bid.
But let's see what happens if Isak.
As I talk this Isak, but I no come out.
I think, but for me, how I'm seeing it, Isak will stay at least play one season with Newcastle because they are playing Champions League football. But let's see what happens with that deal. Okay, and like Letty will be saying, Arsenal will not see third next season if they fail to do the necessary and sign players you need.
Thank you.
Okay, Chukwu Obinna, welcome to the show. This is the first time I'm seeing your comment. He's saying Arsenal may just shock everybody next season. Always watch out on.
We are already shocked.
Always watch out for underdogs and teams that people write off. Arsenal's transfer will shock everyone.
We are already shocked. Don't worry. What happened last season?
Let me finish his comments now. Wait, let me finish his comment. Before you put this is the first time he's commenting. Let me finish his comment.
Fine.
Okay. Arsenal will shock everyone very soon. I just have that feeling. People will write Arsenal off and it may just ease the pressure on them. Trust me, Liverpool and City will be under more pressure. Okay.
It's not a new place. We live and breathe pressure.
And Athletic will be saying, Godwin, everyone has a price. Isak could be sold if the price is met. And Paul Rogers is also saying,
will Arsenal be able to afford the price?
Paul Rogers is saying Newcastle won't get Champions League football next season, no, next year. And we will pick up Isak for half of what he is worth now if they refuse to let him go this year. Okay, good comments on our YouTube channel. Remember, if it's happening on our YouTube channel, guys, go there and drop your comments. When you go there, please remember to subscribe to our channel. If you go there, please subscribe to our channel and drop your comments. I'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, before we take phone calls, Pogba is going to sign for Monaco. Good player, but he has not played for about 2 years now, so I don't know how it's going to fit into that Monaco side. But I think they are playing Champions League football, so it's good for him.
Back to the sanction thing, I think Modric's case has been closed up, but they'll have to appeal it. I think it's 4 years for Modric now, 4 years of no football from FA. So they might have to go and appeal, but they've sealed that one for now. So I just want to get that one in there. And PP coming back to play football, he's been training, he's been here and there. I think a couple of weeks ago, he snapped a picture with the Old Trafford academic graduates with Kobe Mino and the rest of them while he was training at Carrington. He's been training up and down. He's been also traveling around, seeing if he can get himself the club since the sanction was about to be late. I think in January, he started training in January. And now he's been looking for clubs, putting
since
requests.
March, he's been looking for clubs because he's been free to play from March.
Putting requests here and there, but you know, you can't start playing in March. Now they have to update the teams. So now he's going to, I think he had the medicals with Monaco recently and he's agreed, okay, fine, I want to start from somewhere. I have to start Monaco. Good game for him because Monaco will be playing. I think Monaco finished third.
They are playing Champions League this season.
They finished third on the table last season. So Monaco will play the Champions League. And they have good crop of players. He could go into that team and be the leader in that midfield. Or he could go into there and be the role model, the leader, the role model, or you could go into there and be their disaster as well. It depends.
I think the fundamental is when you talk about Paul Pogba, we all know his attitude, we all know his character problems, and we all know his challenges. Right now, you just need to put your head down and work. That's the most important thing. Because you cannot lead if you cannot set the pace. It's not by talk, it's by actions. If you cannot show up early, put in the work, stay late, put in extra work, come on the pitch, deliver for the team, you can't earn credibility, you can't earn anybody's trust.
Okay.
So moving to AS Monaco should not just be, hey, I'm back playing football and you are back to your normal lifestyle and activities.
At least after 6 months, they should carry that captain man and give to him.
They are not giving him anything.
They are not giving him anything.
No, I mean, that is what your character should depict.
Even if your character is number one.
They are not giving him captain man.
You are going to live after 2 years. It's not 32 years.
He's going to live after 2 years.
You can stay there and retire. depending.
wow.
Depending, so there's no guarantee for anything there.
Tell
But
me
let's
if
see,
Saudi come from now, you know go
let's
jump
see,
with one
let's see
habit.
if he's going, what he's going to do next year for AS Monaco. He's going to play there next season. The other player that should go there is Fati, but Deco, the sporting director of Barcelona, was talking to her yesterday. He mentioned a whole lot of things. Part of the thing he said was Ansu Fati. He said that Fati is 23 years old. If he's going to leave, he's going to be on loan, that they are not going to sell. They still trust him somehow. So if he's going to go to AS Monaco, he's going to be on loan, but that deal is still 50-50 if he's going to move. If he's going to move to Monaco, that means it's going to be on loan. It's not going to be a permanent transfer. That's what we thought before. But Deco said that he's not going to leave permanently from Barcelona. He was talking about a whole lot of things. Talking about the young signing a new year 2 years contract. Talking about Schneider signing a contract. The problem that they bought a Garcia in. Now they have 3 goalkeepers. When he was asked, he said that his job is to build a squad. The coach determines who plays. He was talking about the 3 goalkeepers in that club. So depending.
You don't dodge the bullet.
Yes, they have to dodge the bullet, but they are trying to force their captain. They are trying to force their captain to leave that club, obviously, because that's the obvious thing. If you go past the 2 years contract, you brought in another goalkeeper that should be in number 1. That means you want Stegen to go. So we will have to see how that will happen with Barcelona. He was talking about Nico Williams too. He said that Nico Williams wants to come. They are already spoken to Nico Williams. They want to come. So they are find a financial where they both La Liga, Atletico Bilbao, and Barcelona.
90 million first of all.
Let's see what happens.
Pay the 90 million, then we can talk about other things.
Let's
pay the 90 million.
Let's get
See, it's still up in there that Nico can leave.
The number to call is 0706-048-5853. Call us and tell us your own contribution about all these things we are talking about. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Name and location, please.
Good morning, Bishop.
What is your contribution? Yes, he talked about it. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. Why are we talking about Haaland now? This is a totally different ballgame. Not Newcastle. Newcastle have already breached PSR. They need to sell. So
Okay. When they get bench players.
Okay. They will not sell at half price. It's fine. Regrets. Normally. There's a difference now. Haaland is on a 10-year contract right now, and Isak is on a normal contract.
Price. If we give you 150 million now, Haaland, run.
You can't take Haaland for 150. It has to be 300 or 400.
Okay, let's see what happens. Okay.
Same thing with Isak.
0706-048-5853. Call us and tell us what you think about all this we are talking about. If you think your club should be making these transfers, the number to call is 0706-048-5853. Okay, let's take phone call. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning, name and location, please.
Yeah.
Please, can you turn down the volume of your radio set, please?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, all right. What is your contribution?
For Isaac, there and I concur with you because I remember that Callum Wilson. I
Yeah.
said that last week. Callum Wilson signed a 1-year contract extension with Newcastle.
Yeah.
In Newcastle. He was supposed to leave last season because his contract expired. Last game against Everton, he was crying, and the commentator said that his contract was already expired and he was going to leave. For either for him to leave, Newcastle offered him a 1-year contract extension. Meanwhile, if you bring 150 million pounds for Newcastle, they will be tempted to sell this guy because for me, if Newcastle making Champions League football next season, it will be very, very difficult with the resurgence of Man City, Chelsea, and all those big things. If Liverpool, because for me, I'm a Liverpool fan. The money is not the problem for Liverpool. Are you willing to sell?
That's the thing.
My concern is, will Liverpool agree with Isaac? Because for you to bring a player, you have to agree with the player first. It's like the problem is not even on the club side. Players camp. Can you pay the salary that he wants and all that? Then for the club, just pay them their money and that is just it. And for Madrid, I'm taking love. For Madrid, he dream comes to Liverpool. For me, I don't think he'll be coming this coming season because it's not guaranteed in football. Because that is one thing that is active.
Yeah.
The chemistry between Konate and Van Dijk is there already. It's either if one of Van Dijk
Yes, injured.
and Konate is going to leave, that is when Maguire is coming.
Okay.
He's not coming there to warm the bench, no. And for me, he's not going to bench Konate.
Okay.
That is it. Because the relationship with Van Dijk is there already.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good analysis. Thank you very much. Okay, he's a Liverpool fan, but let's see if they are going to buy the Crystal Palace captain. I think they need another.
Slot needs him. He's going to
They
move.
need him. So if he goes there, they can't guarantee him first team football because, as he said, Konate and Van Dijk, their pairing they are so cool. So, but let's see
Unless
what
he wants to
happens.
play 3 at the back.
Unless he wants to play 3 at the back. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Godwin. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your application, please.
Also, Godwin. Maybe I don't give me that kind of thing. I don't need that. I like the way I said that. I like it here.
Yeah.
I don't need that kind of thing at all. What is happening? What is work for Kosha is not work for Cow. I think you know that.
Yes.
So you want Isaac now?
I need to buy a good sharper right now. If you know that you want to contest about the 4 cup they want to play against next season, starting in August. Champions League is there. Premier League is there. Cali Cup is there. Every cup is there. They need to buy a sharper striker.
Thank you.
If the attacker want to let him bring to focus, to work, and not to let us as the Arsenal fans to anger with him, he need to buy a sharper striker. Thank you. God bless you, my brother.
Thank you very much.
We don't talk now. Say he go for Gyökeres.
Gyökeres is a sharp striker. I don't know
Sharp
why people
striker.
are saying
Then John say he no want Gyökeres again. Say what Isaac.
I'm not
How?
trying to see. I'm not saying that I don't want your current for Arsenal fans. I'm just saying,
Now, Isaac is
as
better
far
option.
back as January, Isaac is a better option. He's already adjusted to the league. He really.
Yeah, Gyökeres will come and adjust his own too.
Alan, no adjust to. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Your
morning.
application, please.
Welcome.
Okay, welcome. What's
If
the
your team win, you
contribution?
will be legend. Agree to you special. Did you see the game?
Thank you.
Did you actually see? Forget about the loss. Did you see the game?
Thank you.
If Madrid draw against Pachuca, if the performance was poor, I wouldn't celebrate. If the performance was great, I just say it's defensive. What's called defensive? What's called defending? They are criteria, bro. They are criteria to winning the game, and they are criteria to losing the game.
You guys play entire. You know. For collect 12. You don't be.
You said?
I say him don't be now. Nobody gets waiting the one talk.
Okay, no man. Now, Chelsea really
All right, thank you very much. Okay, let's see what happens with all this. If City is going, they are not considered going the Club World Cup, but let's see. And Nunes played it. I forgot to mention Nunes played it 90 minutes. It's two things I'm thinking about. It. Either he's playing so that club will come and buy him off, or probably you want to trust him again next season. We'll see. Yeah,
Chelsea.
Maybe for midfield.
For midfield.
Who again one
Good
play?
morning, name and location, please.
This is true. From Australia,
Okay. Thank you very
Good morning,
much.
Chedu.
What's your contribution?
I want to ask you a question. Please, how long did it take Alan to adjust Premier League?
Zero games.
Mm-hmm.
When you are good, you are good. And if you get Osimhen, how long did it take Osimhen to adjust to the Italian Serie A and the Turkish League as he travels around?
Turkish League,
When
2
you are-
It took him a
games.
month to adapt.
Yes.
It took him a month. 5 weeks actually.
So,
I'm asking. It took Osimhen 5 weeks to adapt to the Serie A,
okay.
and it took Alan 3 weeks.
When you are good, you are good. That is what I'm saying. And I prefer your colleagues that have proven himself for the past 4 years than a person who just, scored double digits, over 20 goals in a season.
For the first time.
In his entire career. So I think this is the third season that just passed. So I prefer the person who has broken both country and club. And for Chelsea, I wish them bad luck.
All right, thank you very much. You can finish with
Chelsea,
that.
what you wish others is what they are wishing you now.
Okay,
So
let's see
no
what happens.
vex.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with all this transfer. If Arsenal are going to bring Gyökeres or Sesko, they are still talking about Gyökeres or Sesko, but let's see what happens with both of them. But let's see. For Chelsea is going to play tomorrow. I guess tomorrow against our Esperance of, or not our Esperance, our fellow African brothers. If they lose that game, they crash out of this Club World Cup. Then Marissa will be in hot soup again. But let's see what if that will happen. Okay, this is our good end today's show. Thank you for joining us today's show. Remember, guys, you can always join us on our YouTube channel at Vote FM Sports. When you go there, please subscribe to our channel and drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio tomorrow. We'll come back again and talk about the Club World Cup and transfers everywhere. Okay, thank you for all the comments on our YouTube channel. If you are here on our YouTube channel, please remember to subscribe to our channel. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful game. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.
104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage.
Okay. What happened to the first one?